Now, I'm a little ahead of the story that I've been showing on YouTube, and I do want to pull this shit together. But another example of playing other characters, which makes it so much more fun to revisit a place you've already been to, but it's someone else. And it's the campsite, right here, just off from Raven Rock, in the Dragonborn DLC. Here, when you first get here, it's got a campsite around it, it's got a dark elf that wants you to basically pay him gold so we can, over time, hire people to, well, basically dig up all the ash. And I've come back here as the Dragonborn to find a word of power that the person that once did this quest could not find. And that person was Cecilia. Long before she became, you know, companion to the Dragonborn. And this is what I love about this, man. Like, coming here feels brand new. It feels like I've never been here before. But I have. And it was probably like 5 or 6 months ago that I was here. But it happened so long ago that, again, this place looks like just another ordinary tomb. It's got campsites outside of it. It's just got random shit. It looks like this is the way it's always been. And that's the feeling I love about this sort of stuff.
It's only a matter of time.
Oh.
Now, Cecilia is my vampire character, right? I've had her around, you know, her lore is that she's 230 something years old. But she walks around with a mortal mask looking like a mortal. And she's the one that did the Raven Rock quest for the mine. And while she was here, she was investing in restoring this old tomb and finding if she could earn anything out of it. Again, she's lived for a very long time. She isn't just a warrior. She puts a lot of the gold that she earns in her mercenary contracts to good use in buying property and that sort of stuff for people that she's helped or saved, or for herself. I've got myself lost then. And this is what I really like about coming back to a place I've already been to. But at this time I had black armor on, and I also had Rosella with me and Freya during some of these quests. Should kind of remove the bodies of the miners. But it's so cool to come back here. Like, it feels like I've never been here before. And it was around about here that you could actually hear it. But like, the first time you couldn't actually see it because there's like the sand or fucking ash was up to here. And there it is. I did this quest 6 months ago. And because Cecilia did this quest long ago, the Dragonborn, who she now follows, is able to learn a word of power. Which is pretty damn cool. Wind, cyclone. Like, that, this is half the fun of playing other characters. Revisiting old tombs you've already been to. But when you revisit them, it feels like you've never done it. You know you've done it, physically in the back of your mind. You know you've completed this. But, just like the character, you feel like it's brand new. But this place is completely full of ash. And yet, it's empty now. Because of her. And you can understand her last name. I kind of added extra story while I was here. That she was the daughter of the General Cassius. But she died in the Oblivion Crisis before her father did with the Red Mountain. And that's just kind of the way I went with it. But yeah. Little Cecilia wasn't even born yet by the time Morrowind. And by the time he'd become general, he had a child. That child became a great Imperial captain. Well, not even a captain, a lieutenant, and served in Cyrodiil when the Oblivion Crisis broke out. And she was KIA, so he thought, but no. She went on to become a hero, and eventually a companion of the Dragonborn, which is why I tell these alternate stories. Now here's some actual pictures I got of it. This is back in July. Cecilia wore a different armor then. I didn't really decide what armor I wanted to pick as her. And like I said, General Cassius was her father, but he was perceived that she had died. Because, you know, her fort fell in the Oblivion Crisis. And of course, when his daughter approaches him, he thinks it's a lie. And all that sort of stuff. So I'd Freya kill her. I had Fred on this one. But yeah, so here we are. I think that's her killing the traitors or the spies. But this is generally where Cecilia kind of story in Raven Rock started. And now I get to revisit Raven Rock as Ragni, with Cecilia by her side, the chick that owns it. And tell you what, man, it's fun looking back and seeing the changes that have happened to your game, and I love that. It's heavily influenced by roleplay, and it's fun to see. I love going back to places. Like, if you'd sell me a new game, like maybe a new game in High Rock, Somerset Isles, or revisiting Cyrodiil 200 years later, instantly going back to Cyrodiil, dude. I do not give a shit about the new place. I want to go back and see the changes of the old place, the wars that have happened and the effects that my player did 200 years ago. I would love that. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and these sort of things mean a lot to me, and I hope you enjoy. Anyway, I'm out of here. Catch you later. Don't get syphilis.